Hi. Sorry, the whole office is a bit of a mess, but I just received in the mail a 511 QR plate carrier. I believe was the name. It was on sale on Expert Voice. So I went and ordered it because I'm looking at integrating a plate carrier for work purposes, and I looked at reviews of the models that preceded this online, and they were just getting dumped on pretty hard by anybody who bothered to post a review on YouTube, not in the CrossFit space. Um, so I figured I'm gonna go ahead and give my take on this because there wasn't a whole lot of information on it. So I just removed it from the bag. I guess this is unboxing territory, whatever. Um, One of the complaints that I'd seen on other videos was that the laser cut was frayed and low quality. Um, This is like right up here, initial inspection. I'm looking at the edges. Anywhere there's the laser cut moly, I'm not seeing anything that I would call fraying. That it would be nitpicky as all get out to call these little bits of material that are a touch longer than the stitching to be any kind of problem. I don't call that a problem. On the inside, everything's clean. The padding material, see these little like rows or padding material, kind of pop. I wonder if there's like plastic in there that keeps like air. Not pop like deflating. I'm going back over it, and they feel even. Same on this side, feel even. That's so interesting. Yep, little pop-ins in there, but stitching is consistent. I don't see fraying. These are popping just fine. Of course, everything's clean. This is from the factory at 511. I wouldn't expect anything less. I'm going to go ahead and pop in some plates here, so I'm going to pause the video. I'll be right back. Okay, back. So, got here armament level 3+ plates. These are kind of older models. They're not quite to expiration yet, but 3+, size 9.5 by 12.5, which is a scooch out of the advertised spec for the small medium plate carrier here. But the small medium plate carrier fit guidance for like body size absolutely is appropriate for me. I think the chest size was all the way up to like 48, which is well beyond where I stand. I'm not so burly as one might be. So figured I'd take a gamble and see if these otherwise medium plates would fit in here. And the retention system for the plates. So you got the Velcro flap on the front. Pull it up. You have a small Velcro tab that runs through whatever the heck, flat eyelet there. 2 of them. Okay. So that's how I get to where the plate's inside. And then where the plate goes, it's got another Velcro thing. So all the Velcro you could want. Let's see. I can feel it's not quite up to the, oh, there it goes. It's getting up to the top. I got a tiny bit more space up top here. Oh, by the way, I'm putting this on the back side. The back side looks a lot like the front side. This is the front side. So this is going to be the back plate. Okay. It's going to be a tight fit for sure on that height wise. The width is just fine, which is as advertised for the 511 fit chart. Okay, got that interior Velcro and elastic fit just fine. Getting my lower strap, one side's in. And the other side's in. By the way, the reason I went with this is because I'm a fan of having molly space. I'm not super into like the, whatever that fashionable, just don't need molly, have Velcro placards, whatever. I'm not into it. If I'm putting stuff on my vest, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not so high speed as to have a need to switch my crap out all the time. Okay, so like I said, a little bit bigger of a plate, a little bit longer of a plate than the 511 specs described for this model. So I think any bunching up here, as you can see, there's a little bunching. I probably attribute to that, to be fair, but it does fit securely in the bottom of the carrier. So I'm not going to make you sit through me doing the second plate because that took a little bit of time. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. I'm going to do the second plate, but before I do that, I'll just show you, because I'll do the cummerbund at the same time. The cummerbund you do have to buy separately. They have a couple different kinds and colors. Prices on this, I got this because it was $99 for the carrier and it was $35 for the cummerbund. I went with the cummerbund with armor inserts for the side. So where I grew up, you're supposed to wear your side sappies. My platoon sergeant always said. It's got kind of the 511, whatever locking system like they do for their duty belts. But probably nothing too interesting about installing this. I'm just going to go ahead and install it. It looks simple enough. If there's anything weird, I'll report. Okay, back. So, actually easy peasy. The front plate, I'll just point out, is secured a little less so, a little differently than the back plate. So the back plate, you remember, had those two eyelets, the horizontal eyelets that went through. That was not the case on the front. It's got the interior single Velcro retention strap, which I've seen on pretty much any plate carrier, and then a single row of about inch wide Velcro up here, which lends it pretty nicely. Strangely, the front part of the carrier fit this by spec long plate carrier, excuse me, by specification and sizing, the long plate perfectly fine. There's not the same like bunching and stuff you see on the back. On the front, it wasn't, I didn't really have to like shove it or anything. Odd. Okay. The cummerbund went on super duper easy. Nothing to write home about there. It's literally just a Velcro flap, and you double sided here. You got soft Velcro, hook and loop, and then just reversed here. You got soft on the back and hook and loop on the inside. So I imagine that's perfectly secure. There's they have little holes. There you can kind of see holes right there. I assume that's if you're concerned about the Velcro holding and you want to run some kind of cord between those two cummerbunds to keep them from separating, falling out. You could. I already tried it on. Spoiler for me. But for sure, I have zero complaints. This was really easy to set up. Nothing weird. I have not done any shoulder sizing adjustments. I got kind of a lopsided profile, but yeah, it seems just fine. It's comfortable, even with somewhat heavy plates. I don't know what the complaints that people have could be. Seems fine. And no, I haven't gone LARPing in this, or anything like that. One of the reasons that I had no real question about the reliability of this is because, like the 511 plate carrier line, at least the older brothers to this have been apparently endorsed by like CrossFit formally, from what I was reading, which I'm not going to be running, jumping, rolling, hitting weights on myself or anything to any extent that a competitive CrossFitter would be. So, for the purpose of sitting in the back of a car waiting for a bad day with some extra gear on it, I think this will do just fine. I'll post another video if in the course of wearing it, which I'm going to wear it. In the course of wearing it, if it starts just falling apart or proves to be trash, it's not at the moment. This is like $134 and seems perfectly serviceable and reasonably good quality. All right, that's it. Take care.